Welcome to a world of future success, Tibbs College. It all starts here, in this classroom, in this community health lab, journalism studio, food production demonstration, engineering workshop, fashion and design workshop, cosmetology and beauty workshop, IT lab. We are pressing ourselves further, faster, digging deeper, climbing higher on the global stage and at home in Vika.
We are expanding our knowledge and looking to a future success.
Because what starts here starts with you. Welcome to a world of future success, Tibbs College. It all starts here, in this classroom, in this community health lab, journalism studio, food production demonstration, engineering workshop, fashion and design workshop, cosmetology and beauty workshop, IT lab. We are pressing ourselves further, faster, digging deeper, climbing higher on the global stage and at home in Vika.
We are expanding our knowledge and looking to a future success.
Because what starts here starts with you.
Good afternoon and welcome to our live broadcast. This is Tibbs Prime at 1. I'm Cheryl Odhiambo.
I'm Washira Judy and these are the top stories on our headlines.
Abducted, sexually assaulted and held incommunicado activist Boniface Mwangi and Agatha Atwire reveals harrowing accounts of detention in Tanzania.
Anxiety grips teachers over delayed promotions as Kuppet demands reforms.
Winnie Odinga slams NTSA's directive to remove graffiti on matatus.
Kiambu doctors commerce strike following court approval.
On to our top story. Kenyan activist Boniface Mwangi and its counterpart Agatha Atwire have revealed disturbing details of the detention in Tanzania, claiming that they were sexually tortured by operatives they believed were working with the state. The two say that they were abducted and held allegedly in torture chamber and eventually dumped at the border. They were brutalized and warned never to speak about their ordeal. Justus Gitonga reports.
For the first time since their release from Tanzania, Kenyan activist Boniface Mwangi and his counterpart Agatha Atwire have broken their silence, revealing chilling details of what they describe state-sponsored ordeals of abduction and abuse. Speaking at a press conference, Boniface Mwangi shakenly, his voice trembling with emotion, recount being forcefully taken out of hotel room, dragged into a dark, airless hell, stripped naked, and sexual assaulted by his captors. According to the activist, they were held in adjacent rooms, close enough to hear each other's screams, groans, and plaint of mercy echoing through the walls as their ordeals unfolded. And as the torture continued, Mwangi claims their captors issued a chilling threat, warning them to never speak about the abuse or face the release of compromising videos online, a deliberate tactic meant to silence through fear and public shame, since all along they were being recorded naked. Mwangi and Atwire traveled to Tanzania to show solidarity with opposition leader Tundu Lissu, who was appearing in court to face treasonous charges. Justus Kitonga for Tibbs TV, Nairobi.
Elsewhere, thousands of teachers are grappling with uncertainty and frustration over long overdue promotions, sparking calls for immediate intervention from the TSC, Parliamentary Education Committee and the state.
In other area, Cloud of uncertainty is witnessed in Kenya after the demise of prolific author Professor Ngugi wa Thiong'o. He is an author championed the essence of preserving culture and heritage through his artistic work, together with calling and pointing out impunity in the government, which caused his detention by both Kenyatta and Moi regime during days of despair, which made him go to exile in Georgia, Atlanta in USA for his safety.
In a quiet office at University of California, Irvine, where sunlight pulls gently over stacks of books and manuscript, sit a man whose words have stirred revolutions, unsettled regimes, and reshaped African literature. Ngugi wa Thiong'o, the Kenyan-born writer, scholar, and activist, has spent a lifetime waging a linguistic and literary war against colonial legacies, against cultural erasures, and most of all for the freedom of African expression. At 87, Ngugi carries the presence of a man who has long known his purpose, his voice measured and deliberate, speak not only in English but with increasing fervor in his native Gikuyu, the language he uses not to write all his work before translating them. Language, he has often said, is the carrier of culture, a memory of identity, in a world that often demands African writers speak in tongues using foreign languages. Ngugi has made it life mission to reclaim the narrative. Born in 1938, Kameredo, Kiambu, a village in Kenya Central Province, Ngugi grew up during the height of British colonial rule. His early years were shaped by turbulence of Mau uprising and harsh realities of colonial suppression. After completing studies in MAKENA University in Uganda and later at the University of Leeds in the UK, he burst onto the literary scene with his 1964 novel, Weep Not Child, the first major novel in East African. But it was not long before Ngugi's literary journey took a sharp turn, disillusionized by the role played in alienating Africa from their own culture. He began to questioning the value of writing in the language of colonizer. In 1977, after writing a staging the Gikuyu play Gahikadeda, translated into English Alimali When I Want, a scathing critic of neocolonialism and exploitation, was imprisoned without trial by the Kenyan government. Rather than break him, prison became a turning point. On toilet paper, using a smuggled pen, he wrote Devil on the Cross, the first modern novel in Gikuyu. It was an act of defiance, he would later say, but also of faith in my people, in my language, the possibility of an Africa that tells its own stories. Forced into exile in 1980s, Ngugi lived in Britain and later the United States, continuing his academic and literary work while advocating for African language. Over the decades, his essay collected in works like Decolonizing the Mind and Something Tom and New have become essential reading for anyone interested in politics of language and literature in Africa. Ngugi has also authored memoirs, including Dreams in the Time of War and In the House of the Interpreter, which offers intimate glimpses into the early lives and ideological evolutions. Despite exile threats and attempts on his life, including a violent home invasion into a force suspected to be apolitically moved, he remained resolute. Ngugi refusal to write English is often misunderstood as literary stubbornness, but to him, it is a profound act of cultural resistance. In a global literary market still dominated by Eurocentric norms, he insists on settling African realities. Transitional, he has argued, should be from African language into each other first before thinking of global audiences. His work has inspired generations of writers and thinkers. Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, Stisti Danga Rembaga, and Mukoma wa Ngugi, his own son, among them. Though often considered a perennial contender for the Nobel Prize in Literature, Ngugi has never seemed concerned with accolades. His eyes are fixed on the larger struggle. When asked once whether he regretted choosing the harder road, writing in a language many people, authors feared wouldn't sell, Ngugi's mother said, "I chose to plant a seed, not to chase the wheat." In the age where globalism tried to smooth over the texture of local cultures, Ngugi wa Thiong'o reminds the world that culture matters not just as a tool of communication, but as a vessel of memory, dignity, and freedom. This is the story of a man who chose to write not for approval, but for liberation, and doing so, he became not just a writer of novel, but a builder of nation. Jimmy Wanjiru, reviewing the life of Ngugi wa Thiong'o. Rest in peace. In a quiet office at University of California, Irvine,
Now right here on Tips Prime at 1, we are having a quick commercial break. Stay tuned.
Welcome to a world of future success, Tibbs College. It all starts here, in this classroom, in these community health labs, journalism studio, food production demonstration, engineering workshop, fashion and design workshop, cosmetology and beauty workshop, IT lab. We are pressing ourselves further, faster, digging deeper, climbing higher on the global stage and at home in Vika.
We are expanding our knowledge and looking to a future success.
Because what starts here starts with you. Welcome to a world of future success, Tibbs College. It all starts here, in this classroom, in these community health labs, journalism studio, food production demonstration, engineering workshop, fashion and design workshop, cosmetology and beauty workshop, IT lab. We are pressing ourselves further, faster, digging deeper, climbing higher on the global stage and at home in Vika.
We are expanding our knowledge and looking to a future success.
Because what starts here starts with you. Welcome to a world of future success, Tibbs College.
Welcome back, and now doctors in Kiambu County have officially embarked on strike after receiving a green light from the court, citing failure by the administration to address their grievances. Angela Mercy with more reports.
The Kenya Medical Practitioners, Pharmacists and Dentists Union KMPDU officials, led by the national chairman Dr. Abi Mwachi, in a press address, attributed lack of doctors as well as punitive actions against those who challenge the county as some of the foremost reasons for the strike. The union accused the Governor Kimani Wamatangi's county government of dragging feet even after being granted a 21-day notice period to resolve issues amicably. The union also said that the strike could have been avoided if the county government showed seriousness in addressing long-standing issues affecting healthcare workers. While the medics continue with the strike, they maintain the door to talks open. Angela Mercy reporting for Tibbs TV.
Okay, thank you for tuning in with us here at Tips Prime at 1.
It all starts here, in this classroom, in these community health labs, journalism studio, food production demonstration, engineering workshop, fashion and design workshop, cosmetology and beauty workshop, IT lab. We are pressing ourselves further, faster, digging deeper, climbing higher on the global stage and at home in Vika.
We are expanding our knowledge and looking to a future success.
Because what starts here starts with you. Welcome to a world of future success, Tibbs College.